Hey, how's everybody doing? I'm back. I've already went to the gym today. I've already done my article. I've already published a book. I already talked to the wife. I'm pumped. I'm ready to go. Let's get into it. USDC versus saving eyes bonds versus treasury bonds. All right. All these things can be a portion of your emergency fund. Okay. So you want to have at least 1 year of expenses in your emergency fund. Okay. Not 1 year income, 1 year of expenses. Why is that important? When the stock market goes down, because it will, you don't want to withdraw any income out of the stock market at that point. Okay, so that's a sequence of return risk, meaning if the stock market's down 50% and you take out twice as much income or twice as much, you cash in twice as many stocks during that time frame, now those stocks are gone for the rest of your life. Okay, so you don't want to do that. You want to have a emergency fund for that. Now, just because your money is out of the stock market and not invested doesn't mean you can't earn a rate of return, which brings us to this article today. All right, so there's a book up on my website. You can grab the paperback, you can grab the ebook, whatever would have you. This is important. Even if you're not going to invest in the stock market, there's some things here that you can do to get 3 to 9% on your income. Now, it's not right now, it's currently not beating inflation, but it's better than losing money, at 0% inside your savings account. All right, so let's jump into it. Let's start with a high yield savings account. Okay, so I use Discover as my high yield savings account. It currently pays 0.5%. Okay, 0.5%. That's not a lot of money. All right, but it's good to go for. I would keep somewhere between 3 to 5,000 in there just for quick emergencies, maintenance on the car, anything like that. I don't want to keep a lot of money in there because anything that I need within 1 or 2 days, okay? It still gets a little bit of return, gets a little income coming in, but that's not my long-term, account. Now, next we're going to move into savings I bonds, okay? Specifically I bonds. There's two kind of bonds, savings bonds, I bonds and EE bonds. All right, I bonds is what we want to focus on. Why do we like I bonds? They have inflation protection. Okay, so there's two parts to the I bonds. There's a standard interest portion, which for most of the time it's 0, and then there's an inflation portion. Right now it's currently 7.1%. 7.1%. So how they figure that out is they look at the consumer price index, the interest that the government publishes, and then they base the second part of the interest rate on that. All right, so right now it's 7.1% now. This is the highest it's been since I've been investing in these bonds, okay? Usually it's somewhere between 1 to 3, perhaps, percent, but this is huge, all right? So now it's going to reset here in about a month. We'll see what the next 6 months is going to look like. But savings I bonds for the long term, all right? So they don't pay you money specifically to your account. They compound it and it sits inside the Treasury direct account, all right? But when you need to cash them, you can have them in 1 to 2 days. All right, so they're a good place. You can put in $200 to $300 a month in there, grow your account. They'll keep growing, compounding. If you don't need them, let them sit. But they're a good thing to have. You can get the money back in 1 to 2 days. Awesome. All right, so those are series I bonds. Okay, they're savings bonds. Now, the 30-year Treasury. I particularly like the 30-year bonds. Okay, some people don't. I like the 30-year bonds. That way, if I get a good deal, I'm locked in. All right. Right now, the interest rates on the 30-year bonds have been garbage. Okay, when I first started investing, I was getting some over 3%, which at the time was huge. Now they should be going up. The 10-year rate right now is like 2.78%. So eventually that 30-year bond is going to get somewhere. And once it's over 4%, I'm a buyer. I'm going to buy as much. I'm going to buy hand over fist. Now, granted, inflation is 7 or 8%. But over 30 years, potentially inflation go down, and then I'll keep my 4% bonds. So right now, and you can go onto the Treasury Direct website to look at these different rates and stuff like that. All right, so every 3 months, those rates change with the 30-year bonds. Okay, now the good thing about these bonds is you put in you buy your bond, say $1,000, and then twice a year is going to pay you the interest. Okay, right to whatever account you want. So it's awesome. So if you have your kids set up and your kids are a member on your account, you can actually, hey, we got $50 in there for the bonds, go ahead and take it out. So it's good, so you can actually help your kids out or your wife out or yourself out, and get that interest in. And then at the end of 30 years, I can cash my bond back in for whatever I paid for it. Now, granted, with inflation, my $1,000 isn't going to be worth as much, but I didn't really technically lose anything, and I got some payments, right? So it's income producing. That's a good thing. So you want and the main thing is this is in your emergency fund. So if your emergency fund can produce income, hey, all the better. So you have your money, it's safe. You can get that money back out of those bonds, I think 2 to 3 days. So if you have a major emergency, you can have it by the end of the week. But in the meantime, you're earning income, you're stacking chips. Hey, it's nice. You want to have a return on your investment as much as possible, okay? You don't want your money just sitting there stagnant, losing against inflation, okay? So those are Treasury 30-year bonds. Again, that's on the Treasury Direct website along with the Savings I bonds. Okay, now USDC, US dollar coin, is a stable coin. It's a cryptocurrency. I understand you're scared. I get it. All right, I understand you're scared. I was actually I'm leaving Okinawa soon, thank goodness. But I was in a brief, and there's a financial guy who's asking, what kind of interest rates do you get on your stuff? And I raised my hand. And I was like, 9%. He's like, 9%? No, you don't. I do. Oh, and what? USDC stablecoin. Oh, no. That's crypto. That's return on your investment. That's not a APY. That's not interest rate. Okay. But I'm telling you, I get 9% interest rate, APY, on my stablecoin. It's amazing. Okay, so now how does Voyager, I do mine on the Voyager app, how do they pay 9%? Because they're lending that money out at probably 11 to 12% to somebody else in the crypto world. Okay, USDC stablecoin is so important, is so, I guess important is a word, or useful, because you can use, it's like a dollar in crypto. So, instead of going Bitcoin to Bitcoin and then having to convert to something else, USDC, you can just use it and it goes everywhere. It goes all the places because all these little coins are popping up, and convert this, convert that. It's just easier to have that US dollar, right? Just like when you go to a foreign country with the US dollar, it's the same thing in crypto. That USDC, I think, is a number 7 crypto coin right now because people are buying into it. There's a lot of us who are buying for interest. A lot of people are using it as leverage, right, to buy more stuff. All right, so whatever it is, we want to be on the interest side. We want to have the interest working for us. And at 9%. So if you had inside the article, I have a chart there. So if I had a theoretical $200,000 emergency fund, and I put about most of it in USD stablecoin, I had about $43,000 in across the other things, but I had about $150,000 in USDC stablecoin. That's still $14,000 a year. That's a good amount of money for having your money safely tucked away. Okay, so what I say to people, I talk to a lot of people about USDC and they're scared. I get it. No matter how many times I write, you're going to be scared because it's attached to cryptocurrency. Put in $10 to $15 to $100 in your crypto account. Transfer it to USDC, okay? And just wait. Watch it. Okay, so $100 and 9% is $9 a year. Divide that by 12, right? So that's 75 cents, 70 cents a month. Okay, cool. Put in another $100 after 6 months. Get your $1.40, whatever the case may be. Watch it, learn, get comfortable with it. You don't have to put your whole life savings in there. Okay, right now I only have like $1,600 in USDC because the stock market's been really good because of the rates are changing and everything's down. So I've been getting more than 9% on the stock market and high yield investments. Okay, so I've been over there. But when things kind of level out in the stock market, I'm going to go back to USDC and probably try to get to like 5, maybe 10,000 this year. Okay, because it's good business right now. And I can have access to that money probably within 2 days. Okay, you just convert it to US dollars and transfer it to your savings account. That's going to be the holder right there, is transferring to your savings account. But it's amazing. 9%. I mean, and the way that crypto uses leverage, I don't think it's going to be going down from 9% too much sooner here. So it's a good deal. You have to get comfortable with it. Okay, I'm proud of myself. I was talking to a Marine. I've been talking to this Marine. He has a nice lump sum of money. I've been talking to him for a while, and finally I gave him one of my books, and he put $1,000 into the stock market. And he's gonna start looking into it and, you know, working it and learning. And it's like, you don't have to just get comfortable, okay? I started with like $300. I got comfortable. I learned. Then the pandemic hit. So then I learned some more, right? That's the main thing. Get comfortable. So, you know, if you're just starting out, I recommend start your high yield savings account. Get comfortable with that. Okay. So for your emergency fund, you want to get a savings account or checking account that's away from your standard ones. Okay. Get comfortable with that. Then go on to Treasury Direct, Series I bonds. Learn how to buy them. Okay. Learn how they deduct the money, how you buy them, how to track them, how to see what, you know, your interest rates. Okay. Then if you want, buy 30-year bonds. Okay. That's a little different. All right. You had to purchase those early, and then it is what it is. So there's a little learning curve for those. All right. But if you want safe money, then you have to learn, you know, how to do it. Okay. And then USDC, you know, start small, very small. Use all these together. Get comfortable with them. All right. Don't rush. There's no need to rush. Okay. I have plenty of books. I have a book on each of those, on bonds. I have a book on savings bonds. I have high yield book, and I have a book on USDC. I have multiple books on USDC. All right. So just get comfortable, read. You know, it might take you 6 months before you even put a penny in there. That's fine. There's no pressure. I'm not pressuring you. I don't gain anything from it, to be honest with you. Now, if you want to use Voyager under my under my account, under my affiliate link, then I'll gain a little bit. You'll gain a little bit, but that doesn't matter, right? I'm just here to present information because I didn't have this information until I was 38 years old. All right. And, you know, I've been married 16 years, 2 kids, multiple houses, yada, yada, yada. Marine Corps. So when you don't have financial stress, it frees up your life. Okay. So you don't want to have financial stress. You have to get your act together. All right. I'm free as a bird right now. I got no debt. We're getting to $1,000 a month in dividends. You know, like, and if you don't want to do the stock market yet, these are some options. USDC is a really good option to the stock market. This coin doesn't go up and down in the crypto market. It just stays flat. It stays like $1. And yet you get 9% on it, right? So when times are bad in the stock market, you look like a hero. But when everybody else, you know, starts 2xing, 3xing, and you're still in USDC, you look like a chump. Okay. But you know why you're there, right? So, you know, you have to have your own investing thesis and stick with it. Okay. So, again, I'm not here trying to gain anything. I love producing. I love being a producer. I love waking up. I love holding myself accountable. Right. And when I get out of Marine Corps in 3 to 7 years, this is what I want to do with my time. Right. So that's why I'm here. I'm here because at 38, I didn't know what the word passive income was. I was in debt just because we weren't heavy spenders, but just the setup of getting married, having kids, buying a house, cars, it's you have to be smarter than that. You have to understand the game and get ahead of the game. You are not going to get ahead in that game. Right? So you have to be smarter. You have to do things that other people won't do. Whether that's roommates, whether that's YouTube, writing, renting your car out, you know, vending machines, whatever. USDC, you have to have your money working for you. This world will eat you up if you don't know anything about money. So luckily you're watching this, so you care, you're interested in this stuff, right? I'm telling you, as somebody who started from nothing, me and my wife started from nothing. We met, I was 23, she was 20. We got married, I was 25, she was 22. We started from nothing. My mom bought our first bed back in 2006, right? So now, through that journey, I'm telling you, when I wake up, I have no stress. I don't worry about financial stuff because I know money. It took me 100 books to get here. And I'm going to keep reading, right? Because I want to stay fresh. I want to read old books. I want to read new books. I want to interact with my brain and figure out new things to talk about. But if you think that you're going to go to work, and I make a lot of money at work. If you think at your work, you're going to get ahead, even if you're making $200,000 a year, and you have a house that's taking up 40% of your income. You have 2 cars with $800 payments, gas, kids in private school. Your money is gone, right? So we got to reel that in, learn, make our money produce money. When you get a dividend, I got $50 a dividend the other day. I had nothing to spend it on. Literally, there's nothing in my brain I want to buy. I was like, okay, well, I'll just reinvest it. I did. Right? So I have the option to spend money. And I'm like, I don't want anything. Right? So at the end of the month, I'm going to get like a $80, $90 dividend and on my Cash App. And I'm like, I might force myself to buy a video game. But think about it. Even if I reinvest the extra $30, I'll be richer. And I still bought what I want. Right? I'm not worried about anything. I can go on vacation with my dividends. So that's the long-term plan, right? We want to get to where we understand money. Our money is producing stuff for it. And then even better is we find ways to create money. Okay? The stock market does not make you rich. Having roommates will make you rich. And then you put that money into the stock market. Okay? Don't put your money in the stock market trying to get rich. You'll make bad mistakes. Okay? You basically want to earn money in the real world outside of work and put that money into the stock market. So it's keeping going. It keeps there. It stays there forever. Okay, so that's the long-term plan. And we'll talk about that. That's called an infinite return, right? But anyway, that's it for today. I've rambled on, but sometimes you got to know the philosophy, okay? It's not just about USDC. It's not about bonds, okay? Whoever you believe put us on this earth wants us to do well with our money. We're not supposed to hold our money. We're not supposed to walk around closed-fisted and penny pinch. No, we're supposed to be smart with our money so we can help people, okay? But we have to get ourselves in position to help people. All right, so you have to learn how to create money. And then once you create it, invest it. And then once that investment pays you, then you can do whatever you want with it. But that's 3 steps down the road. First, get rich, okay? And then we go from there. All right, that's it for today. I always love talking. I could talk forever at work. That's pretty much all I do. But I really enjoy this. Let me know. Share with your friends, please. Hit the like button, everything else. But yeah, I want my books to get out. I have like, give me a sec. I have PDFs on my PDF books. I have 180. All right, so they're all over the website. Look under the tab, free PDF books, something like that. They'll all come up. Grab it, read everything, read as much as you want. And then inside those books, I have all the books I've read, right? So then there's another 100 books that I've read. So, I mean, you can be reading forever, and it's good, right? That's how you get ahead in life. With that, I'm out. I'm not going to give you a salute. I like to salute, but I won't salute you. And I'll see you next time. Bye.